And we're told no one has been physically injured in any of these robberies. Right now,
Ever wondered how the most daring criminals pulled off heists that left everyone stunned? Picture this: a $70 million bank heist with a secret tunnel, a $100 million diamond heist pulled off by the world's most skilled thieves, and a $5 million airport robbery that no one saw coming. These aren't your average crimes. They're jaw-dropping stories of criminal genius, and the best part? These criminals almost got away with it. Don't miss the unbelievable twists and jaw-dropping escapes. Keep watching to uncover the shocking details of these insane heists. The Banco Central burglary, Brazil. In 2005, Brazil witnessed one of the most daring bank heists in history. A group of thieves executed a plan that took over a year to prepare and was nearly flawless. They targeted the Banco Central in Fortaleza, a city in the northeastern part of Brazil. The mastermind behind this heist was a criminal named Antonio Josevan Alves dos Reis, who, along with his team, dug a tunnel that stretched from a rented house to the vault of the bank. The tunnel, which was about 78 meters long, was so well hidden and expertly constructed that no one even suspected it. The thieves used this tunnel to access the vault, where they managed to steal an estimated $70 million. What's even more incredible is how they managed to bypass the security systems. They operated with such precision that the authorities were completely unaware of their actions until it was too late. The robbers were highly skilled and planned every detail meticulously. They took only 3 days to remove the money from the vault, without a single alarm being triggered. But the most insane part: after pulling off this incredible heist, the criminals vanished. The authorities were left stunned, trying to piece together how the heist had even happened. The tunnel was covered up, and the robbers disappeared into thin air. While some of them were eventually caught, the majority managed to get away with a fortune. The Banco Central heist remains one of the most fascinating and audacious crimes in history, a reminder of how even the most secure institutions can be infiltrated by sheer brilliance and planning. The fact that the robbers almost got away with it completely makes this heist a true legend in the world of crime. The Great Train Robbery, UK. In 1963, a gang of robbers pulled off one of the most audacious heists in British history. Known as the Great Train Robbery, they managed to steal a massive sum of £2.6 million, around $50 million today, from a Royal Mail train traveling from Glasgow to London. The train was carrying cash, and the gang knew exactly where to strike. The robbers, led by James "Big Jim" White, carefully planned the heist for months. They knew the train would be traveling at night, and the most important part of their plan was to intercept it at a remote location. They set up a fake signal to stop the train in its tracks. And once the train halted, the robbers jumped in. They managed to overpower the train's crew and take control of the cargo. Using a network of cars and trucks, they loaded the stolen money and disappeared into the countryside. The audacity of the crime stunned the police. The thieves had made off with a fortune, and the authorities were left scrambling for clues. What made this heist even more shocking was the fact that the gang had no immediate plan for the stolen money. They buried it in various places, waiting for the heat to die down. Despite a huge manhunt, the robbers managed to evade capture for a while. Eventually, many of the gang members were arrested, but the stolen money was never fully recovered. The Great Train Robbery remains one of the most iconic heists of all time, with its story still fascinating crime enthusiasts and history buffs around the world. It wasn't just the stolen money, but the sheer boldness and planning of the crime that made it legendary. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum Heist, USA. In 1990, a daring art heist took place at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston, USA. The robbers, disguised as police officers, entered the museum in the early hours of the morning. They tricked the night guards into letting them in, claiming they were there to investigate a crime. Once inside, the thieves bound and gagged the guards, making their way to the museum's most valuable pieces. In just 81 minutes, They stole 13 works of art, including masterpieces by Vermeer, Rembrandt, and Degas. The total value of the stolen art was estimated at $500 million, making it one of the largest art thefts in history. The audacity of the heist was shocking. The thieves not only knew the museum's layout, but also had an intimate understanding of its priceless collection. They carefully cut the paintings from their frames, leaving behind the empty frames as a chilling reminder of the theft. Despite numerous investigations and leads over the years, the stolen art has never been recovered. The Gardner heist remains a mystery, with theories about the robbers' identities and their motivations continuing to intrigue the public. The empty frames still hang in the museum today, a haunting symbol of the crime that shocked the art world. The Antwerp Diamond Heist, Belgium. In 2003, a group of thieves pulled off one of the most daring and sophisticated heists in history, the Antwerp Diamond Heist. The target was the Antwerp Diamond Center in Belgium, a vault holding an estimated $100 million worth of diamonds, gold, and other precious gems. The mastermind behind this elaborate heist was Leonard, the king of the diamond heist. Over the course of 2 years, he and his team meticulously planned and researched every detail of the vault's security systems. They studied the vault's layout, bypassed its complex alarm systems, and even cracked the sophisticated 3-digit code needed to access the vault. The robbers entered the building in February 2003 and made their move. They spent 2 days inside, and while the alarm systems were temporarily disabled, the thieves took their time to loot the vault. By the time the police arrived, the criminals had vanished, leaving behind only their perfect execution. Despite the huge scale of the heist, many of the thieves were never caught, and the stolen diamonds were never fully recovered. The Antwerp Diamond Heist is one of the most famous and perfectly executed crimes, not only because of the value of what was stolen, but because of the incredible skill and planning that went into it. It remains an unsolved mystery, with theories about how the thieves got away still sparking debate. The Lufthansa Heist, USA. In 1978, one of the most infamous heists in American history took place at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City. Known as the Lufthansa Heist, a gang of criminals managed to steal an astounding $5 million in cash and $1 million in jewelry from the Lufthansa cargo terminal. The mastermind behind this operation was James Burke, also known as Jimmy the Gent. He had connections to the Luchthansa crime family and carefully orchestrated the heist with the help of his crew. The plan was incredibly well executed. The robbers had inside information, knew the exact time the money would be moved, and managed to bypass all the airport's security measures. On the day of the heist, the thieves waited for the money to be loaded onto trucks and then ambushed the workers. They took the cash and jewelry without firing a shot, making off with millions. However, the robbers underestimated one thing: the aftermath. One by one, many members of the crew were either arrested or killed as the mob attempted to cover up their tracks. The Lufthansa heist gained widespread fame after it was depicted in the movie Goodfellas, which was based on the events. Despite the immense amount of money stolen, only a fraction of it was ever recovered. The heist is still considered a perfect crime, a testament to the thoroughness of its planning and execution. What would you do if you had the chance to pull off one of these heists? The Banco Central heist, Great Train robbery, and others are legendary for their precision and mystery. But that's just the beginning. If you think these heists were insane, wait till you see our next video. The most genius criminals who outsmarted the law. We're diving into even more mind-blowing stories of criminals who beat the system. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss a thrilling story. You'll be hooked from start to finish. Don't just watch, join the journey with us.